Hello and welcome. Good afternoon, good evening and good morning. You are listening to And Another Thing. We are Joella and Helen and this is episode 10.
I'm really trying not to laugh. I don't know what's making me laugh. I can hear a bird singing in my ear.
Because it's outside.
I'm like, what? I'm looking at you and I can hear a bird. Episode 10.
So, how's your week been?
It's been quick. It feels like it's been quick.
I thought you said crickets. It's been like crickets. And I was
It's because I've eaten my burger so quick that I'm trying to hold back little burps here.
So it's been quick.
The week's gone, it's flown by. So after doing the last podcast, I got sick that night.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of slept quite a lot for 2 days, on and off, and then took my ginger shots, got my fresh air, and by the weekend I could feel that there was some improvements. So, and then all of a sudden, here we are again, doing a podcast. So the week was good, and we had a really busy Sunday.
This is not our busiest time of the year. Our busiest time of the year is the fall, which is September, October, November.
Yeah, the spring is busy.
When the weather starts to get a bit nicer.
People go out for walks.
Yeah, we get Kermit the Frogs visiting us.
Oh, he was back this week.
Yeah?
Yeah, I forgot to tell you.
Oh, boy.
I would like to be able to take a picture for our Instagram. Not that it's very pretty, but, like but you can't. I can't, obviously. You can't be like, excuse me.
Excuse me, can I please take a picture of you?
Talking of Instagram, I would like to put this up on our social media. So,
with you, Mr. Kermit the Frog. He's a cyclist, by the way. If you haven't quite caught on to what we're referring to, there was a cyclist the other week who came in and he was dressed from bright green, bright green,
green, not red.
I don't know where he came from. No. From his tips of his toes to the top of his head. Actually, he had a hat on and it was bright green. We call him Kermit.
And
the
he
Frog.
sits on the stools with his legs up like a frog.
Yeah, wide open.
Yeah, anyway, it's not pretty.
In his tights. Anyway, so he came back this weekend.
He came back again. I think he's going to be a regular. I think he only has one outfit, so it'll always be green, I think.
It'll always be Kermit.
Yeah.
We better not say hello, Kermit. Could you imagine? Have you ever done that? Actually,
no, I haven't.
One of the places that I used to work, it wasn't a funny nickname, but in my old job, we had this regular and none of us, I couldn't remember what his real name was. And the girl said to me one day, oh, his name's, let's call him Steve. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And they said it so convincingly. And so he comes on one morning. I'm like, hey, Steve, how you going? Steve was not his name.
That is well played on them. That is so
It was
funny.
well played. I don't know if it was like a practical joke or if it was genuinely, we'd just call him Steve the whole entire time. So
the only one I think that I could slip up is Stanley Tucci.
Oh, I was like, what do you mean Stanley Tucci and how could you slip him up?
There's a gentleman that comes in.
Yes.
I actually think I found out his name. I'm not going to say it. I'll let you know later what I think it is. But he's a super, super lovely guy. And he comes in, but he looks like Stanley Tucci.
Huh.
So when he comes in, we're like, oh, look, Stanley's here. I just feel like one day I could say, there's your
Hi,
cappuccino, Stanley, or have a good day, Stanley, or have a good idea, Stanley. Or whatever. So he's the only one because we all call him Stanley, but that's not his name.
Not his name. Now, that's made me curious. Have you met anyone famous while you've been working in customer service?
Yes, I have.
Who have you met?
I served Sally Gunnell. She was an Olympian from England.
Oh, did you know who she was?
Not initially.
Okay.
I was in the Thai shop and I was looked up and this lady was passing me and I was like, oh, it's Sally Gunnell. And I don't know, why do you get so flummoxed when it's somebody famous?
I don't know.
And then many celebs from Coronation Street because when I was at the airport, so
right.
I also thought I'd seen somebody famous. So this guy came in and I'm like, oh, who is that? Who is that? Like, I was so close to remembering who it was. And he bought a tie or whatever he bought and he goes trotting off. I went trotting off.
Like after him?
Well, just, a bit of stalking, I guess, because I knew who it was and it was really bugging me. And I'm like, so I just had another look and tried to figure out who it was. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, that's my dentist. Oh, and I go back to the store and I'm like, who was it? I'm like, oh, never me. Just ignore me.
Did you say that was your dentist or did you just kind of like pretend that?
It went in, I was looking and it went all of a sudden like ping. And oh God, it's my dentist. never mind, let's go back to work. It was nobody exciting.
What would you have done if it was somebody famous that you recognised? Would
Well,
you just
if
carry on walking and go back to work, or what?
Well, then I would have gone back to work. I'm hoping that by following him, it was going to, well, it did. It was my dentist. But I was going to suddenly remember who this person was and go, oh, yes, thank God. Because, like when it bugs you when you can't remember something.
Yeah.
And I knew who he was. Yep, my dentist.
That's fantastic.
I've also seen David Beckham, but it wasn't while I was working.
Okay.
There was lots of other football people that I did meet while working. I can't remember their names now. When I was in Starbucks. But
in the airport as well?
No, this was in Wilmslow, which is a posh part of Manchester where all of the footballers' wives and footballers lived.
Okay.
So the wives would come in and then the footballers would come in, coffees. Anyway, this was while I was shopping in Marks and Spencer's with TJ. Mm-hmm. The big Marks and Spencer's, it was next to a Tesco's. It was ginormous. So we had gone into Marks and Spencer's and then I'd gone into Tesco's. So it was actually Tesco's. So I'm doing my weekly shop with TJ. Right. And as I'm walking out of Tesco's with my trolley, TJ's small, like sitting in the little seat. And I'm like, oh, it's David Beckham. Is that David Beckham? Oh, it's David Beckham. And he was walking into Tesco's to do his shop. And I'm like, oh, might need something else in Tesco's. And I swung my trolley round.
Did you actually tune around?
I went back in, have another look at David Beckham. So those are my people. He just looked good. He had his winter hat on and a coat. He could wear a paper bag and just style it out, right? I didn't stalk him enough to know what he was buying, but I just did a little follow. I'm like, oh yeah, it's David. And then I just left.
Why would you stalk him to know what he's buying?
Well, some people do, don't they? I mean, I didn't follow him around with my trolley like, oh, David, how's he going in next? I just went, oh, that wasn't a quick enough look. So I just had to spin the trolley round and go in and have that's David Beckham, have another look. And then we were on our merry way to unpack our own shopping.
That's fantastic.
What about you? Have you ever met anyone famous?
I've had a couple of famous New Zealanders come in. Mark Ellis came into the bakery that I worked in once, just well-known rugby player in New Zealand. But I tell people in Canada that and they're like, oh, yep. And I'm like, yep.
Yeah, it's like me saying Sally Gunnell to you.
Yeah.
You're like, what? Who?
Yeah, so I tell Canadians that and they don't really know who he is, but I'm like, well, he was somebody and he is somebody in New Zealand that I'd say. Anyway, so a couple of singers came into the same bakery that I used to work at, and it was very funny. Like you said, you turn around and you follow those people. And some of the girls at the front got a little bit like, oh, let's go talk to him. I'm like, I've got a job to do. I've got pies in the oven. I've got bread in the oven.
Yeah. Oh,
I've
so
got to
you're
pull
quite
them out.
casual about it. I do.
Not on the inside.
Oh, okay.
On the inside, I've got my starstruckness a little bit.
Yeah.
But on the outside, I'm very much like everybody is getting starstruck and we still have to do a job. And I still have to make sure that this food's going out to this table and all of that. And another time, kind of similar wavelength, is at one of the cafes that I used to work at. The local rugby club used to come to this cafe a lot. And so they are just a well-known rugby team in New Zealand. And the guys would come in the morning and then get their coffees. And I remember this one time I said to one of the guys, I was like, oh, can I grab your name for the order? And he kind of just looked at me. And internally I thought, I know that you are somebody, but right now you're a customer in this
And I need to know your name.
And so I'm going to ask what your name is, pretending that I don't know what your name is. At the time, to be honest, I probably didn't know which rugby player he was. But I kind of felt that sense of, oh, you don't know what my name is? Or not even that arrogance. It's not about that, but just like your name is, then, carry on. But yeah, I'm just very much can I have your name for your order? Okay, cool. That's however many dollars.
Yeah.
It'll be out ready.
It'll be on the end.
Yeah.
Do you remember our celebrity that came into where we work? Amazing Race guy.
No, I wasn't there.
What's his name? Phil?
Phil Keegan.
No, Keegan.
Kogan.
No.
Corey. Is it not?
Can we use Google?
Okay. Well, you start. But
So
he's also a Kiwi.
Yes, but I don't think it's whatever you've said.
Okay.
Amy will be screaming at us right now. Amy was there and spotted his hair.
And knew him by his hair.
Yeah, that we knew. And
yeah, Phil Keegan.
oh, I have to apologise. I honestly didn't know that was his name.
I don't know if I said his name properly, but anyway, there you go.
I'm sorry. I honestly didn't think that was his name.
Anyway, so he came into the cafe and Amy saw him.
Yeah, and then when he spoke, and we're like, "Oh, it is him!" And he sat down in our establishment and had lunch.
But is it true that, because I wasn't working there at the time, so Amy's told me this story many times.
Yeah.
Is it true that when she came back and she told everybody that's Phil from Amazing Race, nobody knew who he was?
Nobody knew who he was.
Oh, so gutting.
So I took my stuff over there, and he asked me where I was from. I'm like, oh, great, this accent's getting me having a little chat with Phil. And I had a little chat with him.
Nice.
And he was here because they were filming not The Amazing Race and something else to do with, I can't think of the word.
They were filming something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Another show that he did with contestants. So yeah, that's someone else has been in, but I honestly have no idea who they were, but somebody got a picture with him. Can't remember who that was.
Good
Martin Short or somebody like that. Yeah, I think it might have been him. Short, is it? Short? Anyway.
Martin Short is definitely a person.
Yeah,
but he came into our cafe.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Years ago.
I think he is
filming.
Canadian too.
Oh dear, we need to do
I'm going to have to
research.
quickly Google that one. The fun thing about...
He is.
He is what?
Canadian.
Canadian? We'll sort this out later. But I will say, the fun thing about being in the Southern Ontario part of where we live, this part of the world in Canada, and then also Vancouver, they're two very well-known spots for film and television.
Yeah.
And so there are a lot of times where there are a lot of celebrities around, and the place that we've worked has also been used for a film set before, and that was...
And down the road was all closed off.
So there are a couple of times when, you're driving and you see the film set signs and you're like, oh, look, something's being filmed. And then it's just funny how it just becomes natural.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, okay, oh yeah, there they are. And then you carry on driving.
Then we can't go down this road. Oh my goodness, they're filming.
But it's so funny how in New Zealand I would have been so buzzed out about the fact that, oh my goodness, the place that we used that we work at got used for a film set. But then I was on the set one day because we needed a person from our establishment to be on site.
That's right.
And so I was on site one day. It was great because I read a book for the entire day of my work day. But I was just watching them and I was like, this looks like the most boring job ever. There's a lot of standing around, and then you get very quick, lots of things moving and happening all at once because action's being said and they're actually doing the thing. And then there's a lot of resetting, a lot of standing around, and it just kind of desensitized me to is it? I don't know if that's the right word.
I never did see that movie.
Can't find it either.
No.
But
never mind. There's nobody famous turned up. We were hoping.
Although I did know the star that was in that movie.
Okay, you did, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to see if I could spot her because I was like, I mean, it was a Hallmark movie. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
it was not a big franchise.
It wasn't a blockbuster.
Still, I know some of my Hallmarks. I don't know if I should be saying that, but I am a Hallmark person.
Yeah,
I like those trashy movies. You just know what's going to happen. It's great.
I don't like them.
Anyway.
My neighbour
likes them.
Yeah.
I don't know why we just got to the point that I confessed that I was a Hallmark movie liker.
I don't know either. But
let's move on.
Yeah.
For the moment, we'll just take a break and we'll be back.
Okay.
What's your question?
Question for you. If you're in a restaurant and you have something negative happen, and maybe your sandwich isn't right or something comes out that's wrong, how do you deal with it?
Depends what it is. That was probably my first response. How bad is the wrong? As to whether I'm going to say something. If it's I've got the wrong food, I will say something pretty quickly. No, that's not mine. I know that's not what I ordered. If it's, I don't know, if I've got the wrong cheese in something, I'll just eat it.
Yeah.
I think it's an element of, because I've been in the industry, if it's an actual error that probably needs to be fixed so that it doesn't happen again because it might affect somebody else, then I'll say something.
Right.
Or if I know that I am paying this much money for this meal and it's not exactly, if I've asked for a side of mushrooms and I haven't got my side of mushrooms, then I'll say, is my side of mushrooms coming out?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's things like that.
Yeah.
I'll pick my moments of what I'll actually say. Yeah.
I'm the same.
Yeah?
Well, kind of the same. I've got better at it, at saying if there was something wrong. Mm-hmm. I mean, if there's something wrong, sometimes, most of the time in England, they'll be like, is everything okay? And you're like, yeah, fine. And then they walk away and you're like, this isn't. So, but I have got better. So we went out a while ago and the fries were really not very nice for all of us. There was 4 of us and they came over, said everything all right. And I said something, but I could almost feel the table like, ooh.
Shrivel up on the inside.
She's saying something. Mm-hmm. And they apologised and we got a little bit of, do you need any more? I said, no, it's fine. I just wanted to let you know, like this isn't what we've had before. And they gave us some money off the meal. Mm-hmm. But everybody was getting they were burnt. Like you've either got to change your fry or something's going on.
Yeah, because it wasn't just your meal. It was the whole table's meal.
Yes, everybody had the same fries. But most of the time, another time we got a takeout and it was really different from the time we'd had it before. There was a place that we would always go to, always get the takeout, and we always knew that it was going to be great. And it wasn't great. They were missing, we still paid the same money. It wasn't as big, or there was lots of it missing. So it was disappointing for us. So I messaged them to say that I would rather message the people if something was really bothering me. I don't do it very often, and just say that this has happened. This is not normal. I just want to do.
Especially if you've been a regular takeout person from that place and you know what their expectation level is.
I didn't hear anything from them, but I won't go on and do a review.
Do you ever do a review?
No, I don't ever do reviews, actually.
Neither do I. But also, I appreciate the people who do reviews. Mm-hmm. I don't appreciate when they don't do good reviews for us, because if you have a 5-star rating on any eating place, that's a high praise.
Yeah.
But then if you get that 1 or 2-star rating, it kind of immediately brings everything down.
Yeah.
And you have to work your butt off again to be able to get back to that better place.
Yeah.
And sometimes people will put a 1-star rating on there and you're like, well, why didn't you say something at the time?
It's frustrating that they didn't say anything at the time. And a negative review is way more influential to people looking at reviews than a positive one.
Absolutely.
So if you are going to do a review, you've really got to think about, I understand you're getting your frustration out, but the times that we've had emails that have said, I love coming to your place, but on this occasion, this happened.
Yeah.
It's much more appreciated, and we can reach out to them and say, I'm really sorry, but thank you for bringing this to our attention, and then we can compensate them or fix it. Mm-hmm. So the people that do 1-star reviews like that, I don't know why they wouldn't try and fix it another way. They're not getting anything from it apart from
the satisfaction of giving us a 1-star review and having your voice heard on the internet.
Yeah.
Which leads me to my, do you find, or what's the beginning of my question? I sometimes wonder if reviews are like the concept of when you're commenting online. So basically, my view on commenting online is if you're not willing to say that to the person's face if they were standing in front of you, you shouldn't be commenting on anything.
I say that about. That's been like my thing for the kids.
Yeah.
Don't talk about somebody behind their back.
Unless you would say that in front of their face.
Into their face.
And so for reviews, my thought is, would you say that in front of the person's face? And why didn't you say that at the time? If you said it at the time and they were responding, so say, for example, we went out to a restaurant and a big fat sandwich, and I found, I don't know, a screw in my sandwich that was loose. Like I'm thinking, and then I say to them, hey, just letting you know, I found this. Like I'm going to eat the rest of my sandwich because it's great, but there's a piece of metal in my sandwich. Yeah. And then they came back and said, well, it's not my problem. That's when I would be happy to write a review because I've actually done something about it in the moment.
That's true.
And they still didn't actually try to resolve the problem. Yeah. So then at that point, I'd say to somebody, have at it, give a 1-star review. But if you haven't actually tried your hardest to resolve it in the restaurant, how is that restaurant ever going to learn and change their ways and try and fix the problem for you as a customer? Yeah. Or teach the people in the staff to say, hey, It's not how we do things.
Yeah, that's very fair. I like that. Yeah, that's how it is. Also, the people that sometimes do try and fix it, but they've eaten their goddamn sandwich.
Well, is that them trying to fix it, or is that them just saying, I don't really like that sandwich? Well, you ate the whole thing.
Yeah.
What didn't you like about it? You still ate it.
Yeah. Why are you telling me now?
Don't complain about something when you've already eaten the something.
Yeah.
Complain about it at the
like,
beginning.
well, I can't do anything for you now.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do you in a... Yeah, how... I can't do it for you now. I thought that this was supposed to come... I can't remember what has happened in that situation, but the wrong bread. You know, like you're saying something to me, I asked for this bread and I got this bread.
But I've eaten my sandwich.
But you've eaten it. But why are you telling me now? Like, I don't know what you're going to get out of this now.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry about that.
What do you...
Have a good day.
When somebody comes to you with an issue with what they've ordered, how do you resolve that as a person on the floor? Like, what are your go-tos? Do you put it back on the customer and say, how would you like me to solve this for you? Like, how would you like me to fix it?
It depends on the situation. So sometimes, yes, that has been my question. I'm happy to do... I'm really sorry that this has happened. You know, and I always thank them for bringing it to my attention. If it's something... If they've eaten it, or, you know, like I'll just say, what is it that you would like me to do right now? How would you like me to resolve it? If there's something that I can't resolve in that moment.
Yeah.
Like, I've got this sandwich, it has a hair in it. I'm so sorry. I'm going to get you a fresh one. And then obviously we're, you know, like give them whatever we need to give them and to make them feel happy. So it depends. Mm-hmm. But whatever is needed, I'm always going to make sure, if I know about it, that person is going to leave with a positive experience, because I know that negative experiences will get spread way further in the community than a positive. There's no two ways about it. Because if you go out for dinner and something terrible happens, you'll be like, oh, I went to this place last week and blah, blah, blah. You're not always going to say, I went to this place and it was fabulous and it was amazing. It's normally the negatives that get spread about. Mm-hmm. But I watch people when their food has been delivered. If I'm in... Not when I'm in the dish area, obviously I can't, but I'm always walking through and looking at people's discussions, always. So if they've just got their plates put down and I see them looking at it and then talking to the person, I'll go over and, is everything okay? Well, this isn't what I wanted, this soup and not this soup. I'm like, okay, I can fix it. So I'm always trying to spot something negative that might be happening. So that I can fix it and be super friendly and all the rest of it before they leave. That's my aim all the time. I always check our reviews, because I want to make sure that we are trying to deliver the right service. But some of them, when you read them, you're like, well, first of all, we don't sell that. You've got the wrong bloody place.
Also, that actually happened a couple months, like maybe a month or two ago. This person put a review on the place that we work at with a picture of the logo of the place that they were reviewing. It was a low review as well. And we're looking at the logo and like, the name doesn't even match the company that you're leaving a review on. Can you just sort yourself out before you put a review like that?
That's right.
Which, those kinds of things, we don't even respond to, because it's like your stupidity actually speaks for itself right now.
Yeah, because people are going to be looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but you look at reviews when we work. Yeah.
And I like the fact that people leave reviews, because I do check reviews sometimes for myself, not where I work, but if I'm going somewhere or if I'm buying something, I'm like, I wonder what the reviews are like. So I do appreciate people that do reviews, because they are important, you know, and especially if you're buying clothes, you know, like they often say buy a size up, and you're like, oh, there's 3 people that have said that. This is probably the way I should go. But I just feel that in restaurant industries and stuff like that, or any customer service thing, they have to be careful what they're saying on a review, because is it just because we work in that environment, and to get a 1-star review is just like, oh,
it really is quite gutting when you get a 1-star review. But I would suggest,
and what's gutting, sorry to interrupt, is that what I get so disappointed in myself about is that I didn't notice,
or you didn't have the opportunity. Whether you noticed or not, maybe you just didn't have the opportunity to fix it in the moment because they didn't say anything.
Yeah, and then I want to be able to reach out and say, I'm so, you know, like I feel terrible that this happened, but you can't really. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know, reviews. I don't leave reviews because If I had really had a problem, I would email them and just say this has happened and that you need to be aware of it. That's how I would prefer people to do it in the world, really.
Yeah.
It's a nicer way to do it. You're not like cursing somebody out or...
So if you had to give advice to our listeners, if they've never worked in the customer service industry before, when do you speak up? Wait, hold on. Here's probably the order. Do you speak up? When do you speak up? Should you leave a review?
Yeah.
You going to answer that?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
You speak up. You speak up if what you've ordered isn't right. Mm-hmm. You speak up. Well, if there's anything that's wrong with your dinner, to be fair, or your experience, you should maybe speak up.
Yeah. Can I interrupt you for a second? Because this is reminding me of that time that we went to the keg and there was a woman next to us.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the time when you just should shut your trap and eat your food. Because she ordered a medium rare steak.
Yeah.
The steak came out. She was like, it's not medium rare. And the guy's like, how else would you like the chef to... Like, he didn't say this. They were very professional about how they responded. The manager on shift also came out and talked to her. But even both of us were kind of looking her over to her and we're like, how would you like the chef to cook it?
Yeah.
You asked for medium rare. This is what medium rare... Even I looked at it. I'm like, that's a medium rare steak.
Yeah.
What is it exactly that you're asking for? Because they're doing the job.
Yeah.
And even she couldn't really answer them. Even
No.
when the manager came over.
She couldn't answer about what she wanted or how. She didn't have a Scooby.
So at that point, shut your trap, eat food. But
shut your trap, eat your food. And also that I have an example of that person that ordered something from us which comes on a certain style of bread, but they had changed their bread. Mm-hmm. So it had been portioned to the bread that they were getting. So they get a different bread. And she got really shitty about the fact that there wasn't enough chicken on it. And my husband told me to come up and show you that there is, like it doesn't fill it. Well, first of all, the one that you've ordered is a smaller shaped piece of bread. It's beautiful in there. If you haven't fucked around with the menu and now picked a bigger style,
yeah,
you would have had plenty.
Right.
But I couldn't say that. I said, no problem. I said, it's probably because you've picked it. I did make sure she knew that you've picked a different bread. So, it's portioned. I said, but I'll get you another portion and I'll bring it over for you. But think about that before you're...
Yeah. So know what you're going to complain about.
Yeah.
Know why you're going to complain.
Is it going to fix... are they going to be able to... Is it a
fixable problem?
Yeah, genuine fixable problem, or are you just being an asshole?
Yeah. Which, I mean, if you're just being an asshole, then you're just going to be an asshole anyway.
All the way through.
They're not going to be self-inflictive and
Self-reflective?
No, not in self-inflicted.
Reflected?
Yeah. They're
That's
not going to look internally at themselves. They're just going to carry on with the world being an asshole.
Well, yeah, they're just probably an asshole all the time. Yeah. That's just who they are.
Yeah. But don't be afraid to say something. That's also what I would say.
Honestly, seriously, don't be afraid to say something whenever you're out. You don't have to be an arsehole about it.
Yeah.
You just need to say something.
Yeah.
This is not what I asked for. I did ask to have different cheese in this. No problem.
Yeah.
And some people are just like, you put their food down and they'll be like, honestly, it's quite a lot of the time retirees. That's not the soup I ordered. Like, they get all defensive and I'm like, no problem. Was it the soup of the day that you wanted? Yeah, this is not the soup. I didn't order this soup. Like, and it's very stressful for them.
Yeah.
I'm like, no problem.
Well, maybe that's an age thing too.
Maybe, yeah.
Just the stress of it all, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lady today was coming. Our friend went and sat down and she said, my friends asked for a cappuccino. I was like, okay. I know it's just a latte, but I don't want to tell her. And I'll have a latte, she said. I said, no, it's different from a latte. So she was thinking, she just let her friend order a cappuccino. And she said, I know it's just like a latte. She doesn't know, kind of thing. I'm like, no, she knows. It's different. Has more foam in it. Latte. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about, lady. Anyway, yeah, so negatives.
Reviews. Just, take the piece of advice. If you're willing to say it to the person in the moment, say it to the person in the moment.
Yeah.
Don't be a dick about it. If you genuinely have something wrong with your meal, you can say something. It's okay. Just remember your tone. Just remember it's another human being that you're talking to.
Yeah.
It's someone's kid.
That's the key.
It's someone's
It's
sister,
another-
someone's brother,
Yeah.
someone's family member.
We've discussed this before when and it is normally guys that get a little bit shitty sometimes with some new people that we might have working who are training. I've never really noticed a lady or female getting shitty. So they'll get a bit frustrated at the till and with new people that are training, and because they're not going quick enough, or they're just put that pressure on people, or stand at the end and wait for their drinks and stare at them and just get annoyed. And I'm waiting for the time that somebody is very rude to us. It happened once, but the person had left before I found out. I just saw the poor staff member was crying, and I said, you know what? There's nothing you did.
Yeah.
So I've got my speech ready for when that happens.
happens.
But yeah, I hate that as well. I hate that when they're negative and rude. And that lady that's come in recently and said to our staff member, well, it's because you're new, you don't know what you're doing. And they do know what they're doing. You're
they're
just
actually not
asking for
new.
something different when you come in. So very cleverly, the young lady that this was happening to came over to me and asked me to go to the till and said, I always have a problem putting this lady's drinking. And I was like, okay, I'll help you with it. And I put it in and it comes to the same value. And then the lady shuts up. But she seemed to be picking on her because she was new and she didn't know what she was doing. I mean, that's out of order. Just trying to get a different price for your drink, which is this price. Just pay this price. So anyway, I'm getting all annoyed now. Right, let's move on quickly. Milo's question of the week. If you were a colour, what colour would you be?
Nice hand actions to go with that. Do you have one straight away?
I think mine depends on the day. I've just done a you. I've overthought it a little bit. Like some days on my
there's so many different colours.
tired days, I feel like I would be like a mauvey lavender colour because I'm just like, oh, it's been a few days. It's been a week or whatever.
reminds
Or
me
we've
of
just done those
sadness.
busy days. I think I'm a bit.
Like Sadness from Inside Out.
But oh yeah, she was mauve, or was she blue?
Maybe she was blue.
Anyway,
That's what I thought.
So
of. That's
purple.
the image you image.
would be on that day. Mm-hmm. Some days I'm maybe red because some days I'm just lots of
Like
things.
a firecracker.
Yeah, like what's happening here? Like, what are we doing here? Who does that? Those kind of days. But most days I'm kind of just mellow and just maybe a bit green. Just lovely meadow. Just la la la.
Flowing around in the wind.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, I think the first time that this was asked of me, I immediately said I was a dark blue because I was moody and mysterious.
Before you've eaten, you're a dark blue.
Just in general. But I don't know. I'd like to think that maybe I was like more of an orange, a little bit of warmth.
Yeah,
a little
definitely.
bit of depth.
Yes, definitely. Oh, that's good. Depth in an orange.
Yeah.
And some yellow sometimes because you're a ray of sunshine sometimes.
Oh, that's
Aw.
nice. Unless the blue comes out and I'm moody.
Isn't that
and
nice? Yeah, and sometimes,
piece of
yeah.
work.
Then you have to go and eat.
Yeah.
Get your bit of ray of sunshine back.
I do have to add to this particular one that Milo did ask a question similar to this that completely stumped me. And it was, he said it very quickly. And he said, Joe, think of a colour from 1 to 10.
What?
Yeah. I was like, what? Think of a colour from 1 to 10.
So he's...
What? I don't understand the question, Marla. He's like, I don't know. I just thought I'd throw it out there and see what came back.
So he's numb.
No, it wasn't anything like that. It wasn't. It was just literally a random
But what
question.
would you put as number? Is number 1 the lowest colour?
No. So you know what I tried to do? He's asking everybody else. I'm like, stuff do I know? I've got no idea. So he's asking everyone else. And then I'm standing there thinking, what's a really great quickie? What's a really great quick response? So I'm trying to think of what are the colours that I can think of that start with with the same letter of each of the numbers that go from 1 to 10.
Yeah, you've really gone into
Yeah,
that.
so my brain went into a firing mode of like 1 starts with an O that's orange, and then 2 starts with T, and then it's like
honestly
tangerine.
doesn't surprise me that that's where your head went.
So that's where my brain went. And then by that point, I kind of got lost with all the letters and then the colours, and then it got off somewhere else.
And then they'd moved on.
Yeah. But it really was a question that stumped me. Surely there's somebody out there that's like, well, all the colours have a number to them and they equate to this. And 1 to 10 is actually these colours.
I would think that they're like a rating for me when you've asked me that. So maybe number 1 is black. You know, and do you see these things on Instagram where they say, we're going to rate these crisps now or something? And you don't know what order the crisps are coming in, but they put up like cheese and onion. And you go, oh, that's got to be at the top. That's got to be an 8.
Oh, right. It's like a blind rating.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to follow.
Yeah. Although obviously the colours, you know the colours of the rainbow. But yeah, so I was thinking more on those lines.
Right.
Those are actually really frustrating because then if they do a really good crisp at the end, you're like, oh, I have to put it in number 3.
In a metaphorical world where you're rating crisps. Let's wrap this up. Alrighty, that's us for now. If you want to get in touch with us, you can reach out to us via email. It's pod.and another thing, I spelled the bloody thing again.
Still spelling it? I got it. I know how to spell pod now. Even I know how to spell pod.
Send us an email about some of your experiences on, do you write reviews? Do you do star ratings on things? Hey, you might want to do a star rating on a podcast. You never know.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram and Another Thing Podcast. Oh, also, have a great Canada Day.
Oh, yeah. Happy Canada Day.
It's coming up. It's the 1st of
July. Good Lord.
For now, have a good idea.